Welcome back. This is Ham Student News with your anchor and co-anchor, Aiden and Holland Brown.
We have some interesting news coming up, including concerns of transgender bathrooms, exclusive footage of the attacks in Paris, and local school events. Throughout this broadcast, we will see into the life of a history teacher at Smartsville Middle School. She will provide advice for middle school students. Our first segment includes Aiden with information on Smartsville's 8th grade backyard bash.
The Backyard Bash is a tradition Smartsville created the first year they're open. It is an end-of-year event where the 8th grade students go outside and celebrate graduating middle school. Students love this fundraiser because it's a way to have fun and let all the stress of school disappear from before high school starts up in August. This year, the Backyard Bash will be a little different. It will be after the students get back from the Adventure Park field trip. The Backyard Bash will take place outside where there'll be ice cream and you'll be able to sign your books. This event was such a huge hit. The students loved it. They got to spend tons of time with their friends. The students didn't even mind it being only an hour long. The students preferred it being after the field trip because it gave them a whole day to relax. The combination of the two events also saved the schools tons of money, making this event possible next year.
Now to Margaret with info from Hershey Park. Once a year, at the end of the year, 8th graders currently enrolled in band, orchestra, chorus, and guitar have the chance to travel to Hershey Park in Pennsylvania. This is an annual trip that started since the first year the school was open, so it's expected from teachers that students go. When the day of the Hershey Park trip arrives, students pack up their bags and come to school at 5:30 a.m. to then get on a charter bus and travel. When in Pennsylvania, each musical group plays at a venue to then be judged and scored. After each group that competed is ranked, it's time for the fun. All students split into groups of 6 to 10 and spend 8 whole hours in the park. The Hershey Park trip was so much fun and everyone had a blast. Each musical group from Smarts ranked high in placements, which meant they all played or sang extremely well. When in the park, everyone stayed with their groups and no injuries occurred. Even in the 85-degree weather, everything went smoothly. The students rode roller coasters, water rides, ate food, and hung out with some of their best friends, so overall, they had such a fun and memorable time.
Now to Holland with some more school news.
The 8th grade dance was enjoyable. The cafeteria was decorated with black and gold balloons, and there was great food and refreshments. Students could also get their picture taken with their friends so they can remember the great experience they had at the 8th grade dance. The DJ played all the new and old songs that the 8th graders loved. The 8th graders had a bunch of fun at the dance. There are many factors to make the 8th grade dance, successful. The amount of 8th graders who came to the dance was abundant. Since there were so many people, everyone could mingle and see all their friends. Another thing that made the dance successful were the outfits. Everyone dressed up in ties and pretty dresses. The dance was a huge success and the 8th graders had a great time. Now here is Aiden with one major role.
In the past couple of years, a terrorist group known as ISIS has risen up in the Middle East. They have recently claimed for attacks in Paris. The attacks consisted of 3 bombings and 3 men shooting up a concert with assault rifles. We have exclusive footage from that night. I was just inside Stade de France, a sports stadium in Paris, when a bomb went off outside. What are your thoughts on the events that played out?
Well, I'm just shocked. I never thought we were at risk.
Thanks for sharing your thoughts. You should probably get home to your family.
Next up, we have a segment featuring Mrs. Franklin giving advice to rising 8th graders.
Who has been the biggest influence on your life?
My sister is always one of the greatest influences in my life. She is raising my 2 blind nephews with such love and grace and patience. The opportunities she provides for both boys are incredible.
How would people remember you this year?
I hope people remember me as a patient teacher that loves her job, only wants to do the best for her students.
What is your favorite memory from this year?
Watching my nephew in the same sky showing the welcome feeling and positive reaction of Smarts Mill. Showed the cast members. Okay.
Can you give me one piece of advice for rising 8th graders?
Use your time wisely. Building a good ethic. High school is right around the corner, guys.
What's your biggest struggle this year?
All the new things we started this year.
How can you overcome this struggle?
I had to figure out my priorities and use my time wisely.
All right, thank you.
Now to Holland with the recent Supreme Court case.
On November 15, 2015, When mailman Marvin Green applied for a promotion and didn't get it, he thought it was because of his race, so he brought it to court. But when his boss Megan Brennan said that he had been purposely delivering mail late, this cause would need to be argued in the Supreme Court. Finally, on May 23, 2016, the majority 7-1 favored Brennan and agreed with her suspicion of delivering the mail late. He is being investigated for this now. Green was given the decision to either retire or take a lower position with much lower pay. He decided to retire.
Now to Margaret with details on a recent policy implemented at your local supermarket.
Just recently, a discussion has come up all over America dealing with the concerns of public restroom use. There have been many arguments and sides have been taken of which choice is right, whether transgender people are allowed to go into the bathroom of the gender they claim to be, or whether they have to go into the bathroom of the gender they were born with. The concerns come when a person enters the other sex's bathroom only to cause trouble.
Thank you for tuning in to Ham Student News. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. This is Aiden and Holland Brown signing off.
Presidential candidate and top nominee for the Republican Party running unopposed is Donald Trump. Donald Trump is also the CEO of his multi-billion-dollar company. This makes him very qualified for president because the country is in lots of debt, and his experience from managing money at his business can help the country get out of it. Mr. Trump is a huge supporter of closing the border. His plan to secure the border is to build a wall quite like China's Great Wall. Vote Trump to make America great.